All right, what it is, you guys, it is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. Maybe I want to go take a walk and sit out. Yeah, let's sit out in the nature. But anyway, let's finish my little vlog first. What it is, you got, I'm sorry, intro. What it is, you guys, it is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life Prison Wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping, girl, to see justice before all fades to black. Yes, it's your girl Cadillac. Yeah, so let's take a little walk. Let's take a long walk around the park after dark, girl, not after dark. Okay, so let's get out. Money will be calling any moment, but I'm just gonna leave my phone in the car. Ugh. Yeah. So I told you guys that I was gonna do a story time, basically about all the crazy stuff that's been going on, like all my seems like bad luck. Cause I told y'all if it wasn't for that darn bad luck, it would feel like I ain't got no type of luck at all. Okay, do we want a picnic table or do we want to? Yeah, let's go sit under the picnic table. Right. Okay. Do we want to sit under the picnic table? Where we want to go? Anyways, okay, so it started, yeah, because then I could use the table to prop up my tablet because I'm trying to vlog on my tablet. I was telling y'all about the difficulties trying to vlog off of, I've been borrowing my sister's phone or my daughter's phone or whoever phone is close to me. And yes, just to do a quick video and then upload it, then I get them their phone back. But people still be acting funny and stuff. So it's not the easiest thing to do. I haven't quite gotten my device together. I had a GoPro that Money had said I could use. She was like, "Mom, you can have it," but I haven't had the time to set it up. And now we done misplaced it, girl. It's crazy. But okay, so y'all know we were going to go see Marcello last week, right? No, actually now it's not even last week, it's this week because we went on Sunday to see Marcello. Um, he wanted to see Princess. His fear is that, Princess is not going to really know him that well. And because he's definitely like, he's far from home. So it won't be a lot of visitations like it was with Money. When Money was coming up, y'all know Money, Marcello was snatched out of the house, where he was living with us when Money was only 9 months. He really got wrongfully arrested when she was only 2 months, right? So since that point, I made it, I made it my business to take her to visit him or whatever every time we could, which was possibly like once a month. That was pretty good. Once a month, I would make sure that we went to go see Marcello, right? Okay, so I'm vlogging in a different mode, and I think this camera's a little bit better than I thought it was. Y'all can see all my imperfections, all my little gray hair, all my uneven skin tone. Oh my gosh. But you know what? It is what it is. So it was, and then, it was a lot cheaper back then. Though it was expensive for me, it was so much more cheaper than it is now. It is a lot of money now to go see Marcello. You got to have a hotel. Really is not worth going for one day. So you're going to want to spend the night. Hotels back in the day used to be about $50. You can get a decent hotel. So, you big old ants, please. I wanted to sit down without all this just worrying about stuff. Hope ain't nothing over here. Oh yeah, big old spider web. Okay, so we're not gonna be sitting on the bench, I guess. Let's make our way to the next pavilion. Or should I just walk? Okay, but anyway, so now Marcello is the furthest he's ever been through his whole conviction, wrongful conviction, which has been 21 years now. He is the furthest he has ever been. He's almost 7 hours away. I'm older. It's harder to drive that far. So Princess has seen him. This makes her fourth time. One time she went without me. She didn't come with me and Money. That first time I accompanied Money and Princess. Hope nothing on this one. I accompanied Money and Princess, but at that time I was still, my visitations were still revoked, and I was not able to visit him due to that ish that happened. But we're past that now. But now that we are past that and my visits are reinstated, I still can't visit that often because broke, right? So we were going to visit Marcello. But it started before that. Money, our daughter, she's about to graduate. And I hate like everything in life. It's like I know I do. I live a life with no margin. No margin at all, which is crazy because I am a graphic designer. And that is the one thing in your design. You cannot have a design that's all crammed in together. It's no margin, no breathing room is what they would call it. You couldn't have things just all stacked on top of each other. You have to kind of give some space in between if you're doing like a news article, between the text of the article and the headline. There's space around the edges because the printer doesn't print all the way out to the side, like to the edge. Well, it actually could, but you have to have a special printer or whatever. But you wouldn't want words to be way out on the edge. Like you could bring a picture off to the edge, but this is not a graphic design lesson. This is just saying that space makes it better. So you do not want to basically not have any space. When you don't have any space, no breathing room, things are crammed. It's just, and in life, space and breathing room would be like maybe a little downtime in between tasks, like how I get off of work. I just got off of work and then I hit the ground running, trying to jump to my grind, because I'm like, if I don't, by the time you get off, it's like time just speeds up and it's almost time to come back to work. So I mean, I don't know, it's no space in between. Or even with your days off, there's no space in between. There's no work hard all week. Then you finally get to weekend. It's not rest, it's catch up. And then, oh man, Monday has its whole, ish load of problems I have to solve. So usually Sunday is my only day to kind of not really worry too much about what is going on. You know what I mean? So it's my only somewhat chill day, but usually I hang out with the kids and family and stuff, so I don't get a lot of free time or whatever. So said all that to say, Money's graduation is coming up and we have not, she wanted a dress. She was like, I haven't went to go buy anything. I'm seeing Money starting to live her life in the same endless cycle that I have been living in, and I'm hoping she soon is about to get off of it, because I don't want her to come 21 years down this road in this cycle, like never ending, never stops, never just one year after the other. Like this is year 2023, but I promise you there's nothing different from 2023 than really in 2016. And in 2016 there was nothing really different in my life than 2011. Like the only difference, I was in freaking school, but I was still grinding and barely making it and working hard and never sleeping. And what am I doing? Even though I have graduated school, I'm still grinding, working hard and never sleeping. And that situation, like those circumstances never changed. Like even when I was at the super center, I was working hard, raising money, grinding, and still never, you know what I mean? So it's like an endless cycle. You stay in the same cycle, never really rising above. You just keep circling, keep circling. So she haven't had time, said all that to say she haven't had time to go buy her graduation outfit. So I'm like, cool. I was gonna go to JCPenny's because I am broke, and I had a little store credit. Like I'm I'm not ashamed to say I'm broke because I am. Like I ain't even finna play with y'all. Like I got money. Yo, girl, is finances are going to bed, which sucks because I have worked so hard and I really shouldn't be broke. If the American dream was actually a truth, there's no way I would be broke because I work too hard. I grind too much. I'm too clever. I'm always coming up with ideas, brilliant ideas. I don't mind putting in the hard work. I'm putting in the action. I'm all of that. So if it were true, there would be no way that I would be broke. Like, girl, that doesn't even align with my work ethic and with my creativity and with the things that I do and all of that. It doesn't align, but it is my reality, which means that it's looking like that was a lie. They told us work hard and get somewhere. Work hard and just work hard until they put you in that grave is what it seems like when you build yourself up on working hard, which is sad, but true, right? So I said, Money called me. I was heading to work, and she was like, "Mom, did you go get the?" Because at first, I was supposed to either figure out if she was able to use my store credit, call them, which time passed. I didn't get to do that, or I was supposed to go and get some gift cards so that she can use the store credit so that she can go and buy the dress because our work schedules did not align. When I was getting off, she's going in. I'm sorry, when she was getting off, I'm going in. So it's flip-flop schedules. And by the time we're both off, JCPenney's is closed. So I was like, I'll rush and get the gift card. But that was the day that I actually don't start work till 5 p.m. So it was 3, and I think I was about to do a live. That's why I haven't been doing many lives with you guys because I've just been so busy and the time just keeps recycling itself. But it was 3 o'clock, and I'm thinking, oh, I got 2 hours before work. But really, 2 hours before work is nothing because I'm like, oh, shoot, it's going to take at least 30 minutes to get to work. And then when I go to work in the evening, it takes longer to get to work. So I'm like, dang, I got to leave early. And then also, I'm like, so that gives you like an hour and a half. And then I'm like, so I'm going to just go pick up this gift card really quickly, and then I'm gonna come back, do my live, and then go head to work. It did not work out like that. Literally, how long should it take you to buy a freaking gift card? Ain't nobody in JCPenney's like that. Nobody. Like, it'd be so dead. Like, at least the one that's close to me be so dead. Ain't nobody in there. So there was no reason I shouldn't have been able to run in and go ahead and get the card, get back home, and do my live like I planned. That is not what happened. I didn't want to disappoint her. I didn't want her to have to put it off for another day because I know Money now is doing the same thing I was doing, planning your life to a T. You don't want to keep putting things off till tomorrow because you already got 1,000,001 things to do tomorrow. So we need to do this today. So I was supposed to go get the gift card, leave it at the house, and then she go pick it up and she can go buy her dress or whatever. So I get in there and I'm like, I really don't know how much, I have available to use at JCPenney, but I know I got something because literally I have not used that credit since money was going into the modeling school, and I was buying her all these. She needed the expensive brand name makeup and stuff, makeup palettes and things like that, because that's part of your wardrobe basically as a model. You got to be made up. Like, girl, I'm going to bed. Like, for real, I couldn't even be like this if I was a model, and really shouldn't be like this by me being an artist slash graphic designer, because you're very much judged by your outward appearance. So by me being drab and dry faced and dry lipped and hair not even manicured, like back in the day, your girl didn't have one hair out of whack, but now your girl whole head is whack. Hair is whack, yes. So I really shouldn't be just like that. But for her, she's young. She hasn't gotten caught up in a rut yet like I have. She had to have the makeup all the time going out, because you are your own business card, basically. So I think I'm just about have paid that off, right? Which reminds me, she had to drop out of it because couldn't afford it, which sucks. I hate that everything is contingent on money in our lives when we just can't obtain the money. But anyways, so I go up there and I'm like, I know I got enough though. So I want to get her possibly like get $100. I know JCPenny, y'all remember JCPenny top of the line, but from Classic. Was that Classic? Or was it dang, it was Class Act or it was House Party. I think it was Class Act. Duncan Penderhughes, which was played by Kid from Kid and Play. Side note, I did meet him. Project Reach the World. I can link that in the description box of Kid from Kid and Play. Yes. Got my artwork for Justice with the story of Marcello Jackson being wrongfully convicted and excessively sentenced in the state of Florida. Got that straight in his hand. Which was cool. We were tripping, me and my sister. But so he was like, JCPenny, top of the line, buddy. Like, Kid, because Play was getting on him about his clothes. But JCPenny is not that cheap. It's not the super expensive, but it's not that cheap. So I'm like, okay, $100, she should be able to find a decent dress. Plus, it was Vizzo. I was going to Vizzo, and I wanted to look decent. Like, I feel like the last few times I've been going to Vizzo, like, I do not get no sleep going on that road. And I'm like, I don't want to keep showing up looking like I just rolled up out the bed for visitation. Like, I know it's really the thing that counts is that I'm coming to see him and we're just seeing each other. But if you're a prison wife, you want to look good for your man. Like, you don't see him ever hardly, so the one random time you're seeing him, you want to look your best. But takes time, right? Time and money is the biggest commodities, it's looking like. And the biggest lack in my life, time and money. But I would rather have more time than money, because I believe with more time, I think I could make more money. I lack time, girl. Okay, so I go up there to get the JCPenny card. I got two, and what's so crazy, I walk straight in, and the gift cards are like right there. There's a display. There's the cute little thing, because I'm like, rather than just get her a gift card, let me make it special. I wrote in it. I got her the little gift card holder or whatever, real cute. And I was like, I don't know how much I got, but I went for the 100. I'm like, 100 should be enough. So decline. I'm like, like, why is it declined? Y'all know I got an iPhone 6. That thing be going to bed. If it's not dead all the time, because I do believe iPhone 6s had like recalls because of the battery. Battery life is horrible. I can have a full charge. If you do one thing on the phone, it's going dead. It's going to 10%. And with iPhone, at 10%, 20%, even at 20 something percent, 30%, I have seen my phone just cut off. That does not happen with Android. Like Android be there until it goes all the way dead, like going to bed. So I can't call. I can't no longer get on internet with my iPhone 6 because they knocked that off of the cell tower. So only thing you can do, like internet wise, is if you already have an app downloaded on your phone, which I already have YouTube Studio and YouTube downloaded on my phone already. So I can access those, but I can't, come on, I can't access much else, right? So I can't call to see. She's like, oh, you got to call to see what's going on. I'm not getting no service in the store. So I'm like, okay. So I try to call, and then I finally get the service. I try to call, but then my battery pops up that it's going dead. I'm like, this is too freaking much. So now I'm literally going to have to go to the car, run, plug the phone up, call from there. And then the volume does not work on my phone. Now, these are the daily issues that I go with. There's no volume on the phone. It was like each time I drop the phone, something else broke. So the speaker doesn't work. So you have to hold it up to your ear. But for me, I have carpal tunnel, very severe carpal tunnel, and my hand hurts holding a phone. When I hold a phone, it feels like the hand just freezes up, like it's frozen. Have you ever had your hands so cold in the cold weather that it feels like you don't have hands, or that they're so numb that you literally cannot move them until some blood comes back to your hands or whatever? That's what it was feeling like. So I can't really hold the phone. I can't put it on speaker because the speaker doesn't work. I'm like, this is just too much. It's too much going on. So finally, I'm like, okay, so just give me, they didn't have, they had a $75 pack that had a few gift cards in it. So I'm like, let's try that. Maybe I don't have enough. So we get the gift card holder plus the $75 pack. And I'm like, okay. And she puts it through. It doesn't work. And I'm like, literally, I was supposed to run in here and run the heck out. I don't want to disappoint baby girl, because when she's getting off, she already has her life strategically planned, just as I do. And I can't be late for work. I don't want to be late for work just trying to buy a gift card. So, no, ma'am, it's not going through. And I'm like, hold on now. I know I should have 75. So I'm like, okay, just try the 50. Just try the 50. And then also, JCPenny has a way to use your credit with just your ID. So I'm like, just use my ID. Maybe the card is something's wrong with the card. Let's just use the ID. So we try the $50 card, and no, decline. I'm like, oh my gosh. So at this point, I had to call customer service. I go to the car. Now it is almost 4 o'clock. It's not quite 4. It's like 3:45. So literally I wasted 45 minutes when this is something that could have been done like within 10 minutes. Okay, so I started waiting, and then I'm like, you know what? I've been on hold with their customer service for a long time, to the point where I'm going to be late for work. I might as well head home. You know where this is going. And you know when they answered, right? Before I can even tell you, I know you know when they answered. That's right. They answered as soon as I head home and get ready to get out the car. That is when they answered. I literally just drove all the way home because it took so long on the line, and it kept telling me about 10 minutes, and I had them waited 10 minutes times 2, 3, whatever. Okay. So I'm like, man, I don't understand why my card not working. It's showing me my balance. I have such and such amount, so it should go through. And she's like, what is your address? So I tell her my address, and she's like, oh, we had a whole different, it's because we had mail that was basically, when they send your mail back, when it rejects your mail, they shut your card off. Like, you got to be freaking kidding me. So let me tell you about the thing with the mail, because I'm always running. I'm always behind. I'm always trying to squeeze 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there. I literally do not know how to be Try to build a business, be an entrepreneur, be a prison wife, be a mother, a new grandmother, be a full-time employee, take care of my sister, be a caregiver, and be myself. Like, I literally don't know how to wear all those hats at once. That would be a great analogy. Like, if I could customize that, like, you could wear one hat and you look good, you could put on this other hat and you look good, but when you have to put all them hats on at once, you look kind of crazy, and it's hard. You can't really wear all those hats. um, yeah. So how do I do all of that, pursue all of that, try to get up out my hole, try to get up out my rut, and still keep up with all this random a day-to-day life stuff? So because of that, I don't quite, in apartments, your mailbox not right there, so you got to go check your mail. So it is time. Mail don't be nothing but junk mail, or some billing company. You owe this, you owe that, you behind in this. For me, and I wanted to do a series on that, like what brings me depression and anxiety. And what is so crazy is I get anxiety just by checking the mail. I get anxiety by checking emails. I get anxiety by checking regular, like, phone messages or whatever. All of that brings me anxiety, because usually it's something bad. It's something I missed. It's something I overlooked, or it's something past due. Like, it's usually nothing good, like in those sources. So I kind of, it overwhelms me when I check the mail. Dang, it's some type of little white spider thing. Girl, me and this outdoors ain't working. So I'm like, okay, so because I hadn't checked the mail, one day I just had this little inkling that, girl, you need to go check the mail. The mailman had to put in a note that he believes I don't live there because the mail is full, to the brim, and they return the mail. And because of that, they cut my card off. So I'm like, there's like, okay, now your card's good to go, but I'm at home. I'm like, are you kidding me? So the lady's like, you know what? You could do a gift card by like a e-gift card, and your daughter could use it there. Because at first I was like, can I put her like as an authorized user of my account? And then she could just go up there. And they're like, yeah, you can. Yeah. But because you just updated your address today, you can't. I'm like, oh God, that freaking helps me. It's always these stuck situations. Like, I deal with these all day long in my life. It feels like it's like you solve one problem just for 3 or 4 or 5 problems to be on the other side of solving that one problem. It's never just deal with a situation that's kind of out of your hair. No, the situations are always harder to do than you perceive that they would take longer, way longer than you perceive they will. So I was like, she said, or you can get a e-gift card. I'm like, oh, that sounds good. So I'm thinking she's gonna put it in and this and that. She's like, no, you got to go online and go. Well, I can't get online because the only way for me to get online is to tether my tablet to my phone and then try to get online, as they're both devices are going dead. I'm like, oh gosh. So the only logical thing is to just try to rush back up to JCPenny, purchase the gift card yourself, right? So I rushed back up to JCPenney, buy the gift cards. At this point, I literally, if y'all looked at that daily vlog, I was running in and just basically just as I'm driving, trying to fill the little card out, and run in, put it on the counter, and run out. Just so when she got home, she said she went to JCPenney but didn't find what she was looking for. So that's what we finna do today. We're finna go to a different JCPenney and try to go find her, dress for her graduation. But it's just things like that. Nothing is never cut and dry. It feels like I have a mountain of problems, which would be okay if I could just solve them. I hate when a problem feels like it just will not let you go. Like you solve the problem and you think you're finished, and then it comes back, and then it comes back, and it comes back. And I hate when something should take a time frame already, when I plan to do something, I already add extra time because I just know how things are set up for me. I already add extra time. And then when that exceeds that extra time, you're like, "Girl, are you freaking kidding me?" Like, it literally took me until, and I was almost late to work. It took me all the way up until 5, and I literally had just talked to Money at 3, and only thing I was trying to do was get a gift card. Like, tell me. Like, and this is why a lot of times I feel like I just got bad freaking luck. Like, what the heck is wrong with me? I have literally seen people go in and just buy freaking. Now, where that bird come from? Where is he at? That one. That bird look out of place over here. But yeah. So things, I don't know. I start thinking because things are feels like they're so much harder because literally the next person buying a gift card, it wouldn't have been all those hula hoops to jump through to buy a freaking gift card. That would have probably took them the 10 minutes that it should have took me. So when I peek over to my neighbor, which I know I need to focus on myself, but it's hard when you constantly see you dealing with a problem and everyone else around you is like, you know, they got a problem, it's solved. Got a problem, it's solved. Got a problem, it's solved. And you just can't get free of your problems. But I do have a couple of more instances, but I'm gonna have to stop here because I dwelled on that way too goddamn long. But I'm gonna go and upload because I don't want to make this too long to where it is so hard to upload it. And then I will give you this was just last week. That was Friday. So the weekend got no better. The weekend was crazy. Like the whole, whew. But all in all, we did have a good visitation. And Princess did allow Marcello to hold her. This was the first time that she actually let her hold him, let him hold her. And he was so happy and overjoyed. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. It's your girl Cadillac. See y'all later. A little later.